Good morning, class 7. As I already explained you, chapter 4, and we have done till weather and climate. In this class, we will be taking the topic temperature and rest of the chapter. Temperature, what is temperature? The temperature you feel every day is the temperature of the atmosphere. Like if we feel hot or we feel cold. So what is that? It's a temperature which we feel every day. That is the temperature of the atmosphere. The degree of hotness and coldness of the air is known as temperature. The temperature of the atmosphere changes not only between day and night, but also from season to season. The temperature of the atmosphere, it not only changes from day and night, but it also changes from season to season. Like the summers are hotter than the winters. An important factor that influences the distribution of temperature is insolation. And insolation is what affects the temperature of a particular place. So insolation, what is insolation? It is the incoming solar energy intercepted by the earth, received by the earth. The solar energy which is received by the earth. So the amount of insolation decreases from the equator towards the poles. As we go towards the poles from the equator, the amount of insolation decreases. The amount of the sun rays, we have studied in 6th class also, as we move towards the pole, the sun rays go slanting. So it receives less rays. It receives a less energy of the sun, less heat of the sun. Therefore, the temperature decreases in the same manner. And because the temperature is what? It is the temperature of the atmosphere. So the temperature also decreases in the same manner. Now, do you know why the poles, they are covered with snow? This is the reason. If the earth's temperature rises too high, it will become too warmer for some crops to grow. If the earth's temperature rises too high, so many of the crops will not grow. Temperature in cities is much higher than that of villages. If we go to the cities, it is much higher in the village. The temperature is much higher in the cities compared to the villages. Why? Because the concrete and the metals used in building and the asphalt of the roads, they get heated up during the day, and this heat is released during the night. So the heat which is absorbed during the day, it is released during the night. So it is hotter in the temperature is higher in the cities compared to the villages. Also the crowded high-rise buildings of the cities, the tall buildings of the cities, they trap the warm air and thus they raise the temperature of the cities. Now coming to air pressure. You will be surprised to know that the air above us presses us with great force on our body. Air, it presses us, but we can't feel. However, we don't even feel that force. But this is because, why this is because the air pressure presses us from all the directions. The air is not pressing us from only one direction. It is pressing us from all the directions. And our body exerts a counter pressure. And our body is also exerting a pressure. So we don't feel the air pressure. Air pressure is defined. Now what is air pressure? It is defined as a pressure which is exerted by the weight of the air on the earth's surface. As we go up the layers of the atmosphere, as we move up towards the layers of the atmosphere, we have discussed already the layers of the different layers of the atmosphere. The pressure falls rapidly. Air pressure, it falls rapidly as we move up in the, as we go up to the layers of the atmosphere. The pressure of the air, it falls rapidly. The air pressure is highest at the sea level and decreases with height. As we move to the mountains, as we go towards the mountains, the air pressure, it decreases, and at the sea level it is the highest. So horizontally, the distribution of air pressure is influenced by temperature of the air at a given place. The distribution of air pressure is also influenced by the temperature of air at a given place. Now, if the temperature is high, it will affect the air pressure. in areas where temperature is high. Now understand it. The temperature of the air at a given place, if it is high, the air gets heated up. Okay, air will get heated up and it will rise. The hot air, it's lighter and it rises. This creates a low pressure area. Now down it will create a low pressure area. As the hot air, it will rise and it will leave a vacuum over there, and that vacuum will be covered up by the cold air. Okay, so low pressure is associated with cloudy sky, and if low pressure is created, like the hot air, it will rise up and then low pressure will be created over there. So low pressure, it is associated with cloudy skies and wet weather. In areas having lower temperature, if we go to in the mountains, there it is low temperature, the air is cold, so it is therefore heavy. So cold air is heavy. Heavy air sinks. अब जो भारी चीज होती है, that will stay down. So heavy air sinks and create a high pressure area, and there the high pressure area will be created. High pressure is associated with clear and sunny sky, and over that place it will be clear and a sunny sky. The air always moves from high pressure area to low pressure area. Now coming to wind. The movement of air from high pressure area. The air is moving from high pressure area to low pressure area. So this movement of air from the high pressure area to low pressure area is called wind. Now you can see wind at work as it blows dry leaves. How you can feel that the wind is blowing? If we see the dry leaves moving down the pavement or uprooted trees during a storm. Sometimes when the wind blows gently, if it is blowing gently, you can even see it blowing away smoke or fine dust. We can see fine dust blowing or the smoke blowing. At times, wind can be strong, and when the wind is strong, it's blowing at a fast speed, at times wind can be so strong that it is difficult to walk against it. It's difficult for us to walk against the wind blowing at a fast speed. You must have experienced it is not easy to hold an umbrella on a windy day. Now think of some examples when strong winds have created problems for you. Wind can be broadly divided into 3 types. We are going to discuss the 3 types of wind: permanent wind, seasonal wind and local wind. Now what are permanent winds? Permanent winds which blow in the same direction throughout the year. So the trade winds which are blowing from the west are called the westerlies. The winds which are blowing from the east direction, they are called the easterlies. These are the permanent winds, and these blow constantly throughout the year in a particular direction. Now seasonal winds, what are seasonal winds? These winds, they change their direction in different seasons. For example, monsoon in India. Third one is local winds. These blow only during a particular period of a day or year in a small area. Local winds, they blow in a particular period and in a small area only. For example, land and sea breeze. Land breeze and sea breeze are the examples of local wind. And loo. What is loo? Loo is also a local wind which blows during the summers. So do you recall the hot and dry local winds on northern plains of India? Whenever it's summer, we say it's very hot outside. Loo is blowing. What is loo? So loo is also local wind. So in your assignment this week, I have given you the assignment regarding this topic only. In your copies, you have to draw figure 4.4, and the next week we will be completing this chapter, and I will be giving you with the question answers also of this chapter. So for this week, we will be discussing only till here. Bye for now.